The challenge, to swim 26.2 miles in 10-degree water.
Nathan, you alright?
Alright, mate.
Come on, you're looking good. Keep pushing.
Big smiles.
Failure's in the moment, success is history.
The challenge starts here.
Oh my God.
And this is the story. Started about 3 months ago. Myself and Nath was having a chat and we said, look, I think we're feeling a little bit soft here, physically, psychologically. We need something to train for. So we said, what's hard, what can be done in a day, minimal cost. So we decided to do 26.2 miles down the Thames.
Supposed to set off at 7, but was waiting for Nathan.
Nathan had some ablutions today.
You know what it's like.
We've had a few ups and downs. We've trained really well. We've had great support from some brands, organisations, our support team.
But we're here now. We're ready. I'm ready to get nice and chilly.
You know, we're going to suffer today. It's going to be cold. It's going to be, it's going to be a challenge.
So fingers crossed. Thanks for everyone's support, and yeah, let's get to it.
Cannonball!
So behind me you'll see just in the distance there, just starting their 26.2 mile swim, Michael Coates and Nathan Jones, swimming down the Thames to support 3 charities, the Canal River Trust, Lunar Children and UNICEF. A pretty immense challenge for them to take on, but trying to raise awareness for all those issues that the charities support. It's going to be cold, clearly going to be wet, but we're here to support them, and hopefully you can follow the journey. How you feeling?
You alright?
How are you finding it?
Oh, do you know what? It's like the brain suddenly starts telling the body what to do. It starts going, oh, we're swimming today. Halfway through that's what started happening. It's like getting a bit more relaxed with the brain and the body going, this is it today. We're swimming. It's weird because you have times where you're thinking, oh, this is great, I'm swimming so nice, so well, and then you have 5 minutes where you're like, this is awful, I'm all over the place. So you can never just switch off, you know. You can kind of go into a little bit of meditation when it's a long straight, but you're always switched on, you're always trying to aim off or, you know, concentrate on your stroke or your breathing.
So I'm part of the support crew for today's swim, and as you'll have noticed, we have to get out, or the boys have to get out at each lock for safety, and then we portage around the lock so that they can get food, fuel, rehydrate, and then we can keep an eye on them because they are cold. You know, Nathan is shaking quite a bit already and has got a blue tinge to his lips, so there's a big safety element to this. So you're pretty much bang on time.
My hips.
You were due to be here 10:15 and you got here just after 10:15, so I think you're on track. Are you cold or all right? How are you? Got a little blue tinge.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that. What do you reckon, my? They doing well? They will clearly want to carry on and keep, you know, going because they don't want to let anyone down, but we do have to keep a very close eye on the fact the temperature of the water is very cold. But the support crew, as I said, provides meals. They just had their McDonald's, which was Nathan's request, which is full of, you know, fat and salt and all the things actually that they probably need now to keep going. So yeah, every 3 miles or so will be a stop when they have to go round a lock, and we'll be here ready to support them. So Michael, you're now at stop 2, 5.7 miles in. How does it feel?
It feels all right. It was a bit cold.
And wet?
It was cold and wet. But we're not hungry actually, but it's a case of now just force feeding ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you just got to keep in endurance, like sport or endurance swimming. You've got a little fire. You've got to keep the flames, going all the time. That's what your belly. That's what I'm thinking of all the time. You can't smother it. You can't have too little. You just got to keep going. And that's on my mind a lot. When you're swimming, making sure we've got food, making sure we've got water. Because it's about 10 degrees. It's going to get warmer now.
Just get more.
You don't want his Theragun. You want boat? You got one in your boat.
This does
Penetrator. How does it go? You know a lot about this, seemingly.
I just think. It's a lot of time to think, mate.
Is it warm?
This is much warmer than that side.
Yeah. I thought so.
I weed in this bit. You're not as close as you were.
No. It's definitely warm.
Now the sun's come out there.
Big smiles. When the water goes up even 1 degree, it makes such a difference.
And you're a vegan, aren't you, Coatsy, if you want that?
I do like sort of
Oh, I know, we
bars,
drove by,
music bars, bananas.
Down by Runnymede.
I think saurine you can't go wrong with.
There you go.
Ah, as if by
Product
magic.
placement, there you go.
As if by magic. Cheers.
Oh, it just loosens the muscle up. It just becomes so tight in the shoulders. So if you can hit it now, like, it's not too bad, but I know it's coming, so. And that's tender.
It is amazing how good these things are though. The difference it can make.
I've actually been fantasising about it for about the last
I have, honestly, that
25
whole
minutes.
thing. And if you guys hadn't brought it,
That'll do.
to each other.
Then it quite.
So what's your tactics now?
Just keep swimming.
You swimming?
This is where it starts really for me. Context, if you was running a marathon, this is the equivalent of running a full marathon and then another half a marathon. So in swimming terms, so we've done like a marathon and a half so far. The challenge starts here.
These guys are swimming 26 miles today. That's something that you can't take on lightly. Training that they'll have had to have done for that will involve probably swimming several 4, 5, 6, 7 hour swims to prepare themselves for it. That's just the physical side. Mentally as well, that's been going to be quite a challenge for them to do that. They started off, they were getting cold. They seem to have got past that stage now, and they're sort of really just getting into the stroke of it, feel of it. But it's still a long way to go. They'll be quite apprehensive, I would imagine, at this stage. The difference though, I think, with swimming that a lot of people don't understand is you can't just slow down if you're getting tired. If you slow down, you'll get cold, and it becomes a sort of vicious circle then. So if they start to get cold, they basically need to speed up and to start having more warm sort of food, warm drinks. So feed more frequently and basically speed up.
So we're swimming now, mate.
Yeah, you're in it now, aren't you?
Yeah, that's quite hard though, yeah. Definitely was hard.
So we're now at 11.49 miles. The boys have just got in a slightly shorter leg now, 1.95 miles, and then we'll be over halfway, 13.4 miles, where they're going to have a slightly longer stop, lunch, and probably need some massaging because their muscles are getting pretty tight now with the lack of energy, and everything's starting to hurt. But they're doing brilliantly. The sun is still out. They are still pretty cold. It did get warmer for the last leg, but they are shivering a bit again, so we'll keep an eye on that. Halfway, nearly there.
Still a long way to go, you know, because halfway you haven't even really started. It's the last third. Yeah, I think they'll be quite apprehensive, but this is where they'll really appreciate having support around, you know, getting messages, just seeing people like us walking down the bank, anything that distracts them from the swimming. So boats going past, swans, that sort of stuff. Next thing is they've done another mile, you know, a mile closer to finishing. I think the thing that they've just got to keep in their mind is sort of visualise the end, you know, have a picture of what the end looks like. I think also, I mean, everybody's different, but it's quite good to have some sort of mantra to yourself. I think the one that's always stuck with me is, I can't remember it now, I have to come back. Oh, that's it, yeah. Failure's in the moment, success is history. That was it. I was trying to think about that one, if I can remember it. Yeah, so just thinking about how much training you've put in, you know, think about all the people who've come out to support you, and all the sort of positive things that go with that. I think that's all you can do, really.
That last 2 miles, I just sort of zoned in on one thing to think about, and I was just sort of going over and over and over it in my head. You have a long time to sort of think about nothing, but if I put my mind to like a task in hand, nothing to do with what you're doing, nothing to do with swimming, I find that you can sort of while the time away. It's yeah, that flew by, that last 2 miles. It was just trying to keep your mind distracted, really, distracted from any sort of pain and suffering. But yeah, it seems to be working.
I was expecting it to be much colder, and although it is cold, you know, with 10 or 11 degrees in there, you know, you're certainly feeling it, but I thought it was going to be affecting us a lot more. I think we've done well with our food, we've been looked after well, but you know, we're in an endurance swim, but it is good. I mean, I've been calling it the poor man's channel. I don't even think it's that, but it's good having these little 5-minute intervals as well. It's a good, yeah, it's a good one.
And there'll be some soup and birthday cake next time. Yeah.
It's quite interesting what Mike was saying back there. He thought halfway through that section they were swimming faster. He felt that he had to work harder, but when they both got out the water, Nathan definitely looked a better colour, so I think that probably that speed suits Nathan. Anyway, we'll see how they get on.
Hi, Daddy!
Oh, hello! You made it!
Oh no.
No?
Last 3 miles now to Sunbury, but this is our main training swim as well, so I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing psychologically, because now it's we've got into a nice little rhythm, but we've got a long way to go, you know.
When's it going to be dark? 6. We're going to get to the next one before it's dark.
So what does it take to swim in the dark?
Well, some people say it's very therapeutic. You know, as long as you don't have any phobias about big fish coming to get you, especially if the moon's out. You get tiny little sort of bubbles coming off your hand as you're swimming, so yeah, it's quite a nice thing. And also you tend to, because there's nothing to distract you, you tend to listen more, you know, to how you're swimming. So yeah, swimming in the dark, it's not for everybody, but if you're relaxed and you're into it, and it's just another dimension to it, really.
There you go. You alright?
Yeah.
Come on, fella. Okay, you've got filled up the hot water bottle, so you've got warm, dry robes.
Come on, mate, get out.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh, you alright? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate.
Thanks, mate. Oh. Yeah.
It's magic. Yeah.
The good thing is I'll look back at this and laugh.
Which bit are you going to laugh at?
Just nothing really, just the fact that how pathetic I feel. Look like that.
You're 18.45 miles.
I was feeling alright.
There's nothing pathetic about that. So the
well,
original,
that's good.
the original plan had you finishing at 10:30. I think it'll probably be between 11:15, 11:30 if you carry on like this.
Mate, I was that last couple hundred metres I was thinking 2 o'clock in the morning here.
No.
Just taking
Honestly,
2.5.
take comfort in that you're actually making up time without even trying, seemingly. So well done.
Not trying.
I know I can't hear anything.
It's gone deaf.
Just play it loud. They are doing amazingly well. So they've just got in at Sunbury and they're going to head down to Molesey, which is just under 3 miles. So they've just passed 18.45 miles. So they're in the last 7.7 miles. But as you can see, it's now pitch black. It's getting colder really quickly and their muscles are getting really tired, but they're doing incredibly well. They'll push on one more stop and then it's a long last 4.5 mile stretch, but they will do it.
We're on the second to last leg. We're about halfway through it. This is probably going to be the hardest section for them. It's very dark. There's no life on the river whatsoever. Very little. There's nothing for them to see. They're probably struggling to actually see the kayak. I think this will be their sort of like rock bottom at the moment. So yeah, I think it's all going really well. I think they've executed it perfectly. You know, they've been consistent all the way. Nobody's been complaining. Nobody's sort of yeah. They've been spot on.
13.5 hours in so far.
Yeah, I'm fine now.
There's your gun. Do you want your gun?
I was swimming and I went down. I looked up and thought, what? I can't see anything. And I was like, oh, you just leaves stuck to my. It's funny things, isn't it, like that? You know, like that won't be funny in normal life, but it's a little bit funny, isn't it?
So Kate, so we've just hit £4,600 fundraising, which is over 5,300 with gift aid. What do you want to say to those who are donating or who are clearly waiting to donate?
Yep. Thanks so much, really. It could be a little thing, you know, £1 or 10 quid, whatever it is, but it makes a massive difference when you're in 10-degree water, really pushing it hard, and it just makes a massive difference to us. We're getting these little updates every kind of hour and a half or so. Thank you very much.
And you've only got 4.6 miles to go. One more push. Nathan, you alright?
Alright, mate.
Yeah, really good. Keep donating.
Get back in the water.
Shaking like a dog.
It's all for the camera.
Yeah. Do you know what? It still seems far away. You know, 2.5 hours. But we couldn't have got this far without all this lot. It's been great.
Unbelievable help, yeah, one going at a good price. Cheers. Oh,
Just nice and steady.
Come on lads, last push.
Normally, it would take them 35 minutes, but we're thinking it's going to probably take them about 50 minutes, maybe 55. They'll probably stop and have another feed. I think they're right at the limit now.
Nearly 17 hours in the water, and they're just coming here now. Absolutely outstanding. Wetsuit straight away and get you in warmer clothes.
Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Right, your gear can get undressed now.
Yeah. All about Gary, isn't it? All about Gary. I don't know if anyone knows this.
With like my most heartfelt thanks for all of your help. Like at so many points today, I was just gonna can it. Honestly, gonna can it. I was feeling that bad. And I was like, this lock, I'm just gonna get in the car. And it was only you guys that then picked me up. But honestly, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It was, a hell of a day. Cheers. Here's to kombucha.
Thank you so much for everyone that's sponsored us. Currently we stand at about £5,000. Just overwhelmed really. You know, we was looking for or hoping for £1,500, and today everyone just come out and really stepped up for looking after our waterways, canals and rivers, and also protecting and looking after children in conflict. So really from the bottom of my freezing cold heart, thank you very much.
I feel like crying for multiple reasons, but yeah, very overwhelmed with your generosity and support. So thank you so much for all the little messages, the calls and voicemails. Like, banter aside, they really do make a difference. So on behalf of Mike and I, thank you very much.
But inside I was like, I'm blaming you because it was a mile to go.
Yeah. Integral.
Been with this for 18 hours.